Welcome to state-of-the-art Merri Bowl in Livonia, the setting for this year's exciting Bowling Showcase Youth Challenge. I'm your host, Mark Martin, and I want to thank you for joining us as we kick off first round action. We want to welcome all of you at home and our bowlers here back to the lanes after the craziness of the last 2 years. We're glad you've decided to spend your mornings with Bowling Showcase and us. We're so excited to highlight the future of our sport. The youth bowlers are back. Over the course of the challenge, you'll watch 6 hand-picked youth teams representing various bowling centers and groups go head-to-head in single-game Baker elimination matches. Now, just like the adults, each team has 5 members, with each member bowling 1 frame. At the end of the 5th frame, teams are going to swap lanes and continue until the end of the match. So we start this year's competition with 6 teams. Century Bowl, Merri Bowl number 1, Merri Bowl number 2, Out of Sight Pro Shop, Unity Bowling Club, and Woodland. At the end of our 3 first-round matches, the team with the highest winning score will be seeded into the final match. The other 2 winners from the first round will then battle each other for the last spot in the finals. Start with 6 teams, but there can only be 1 Bowling Showcase Youth Championship winner. So let's look at today's first round match. This week's bowling battle features Merri Bowl number 2 hitting the lanes against crosstown rivals Woodland Lanes. This year's Merri Bowl number 2 team is determined to prove to all that they have what it takes to keep the youth trophy right here at Merri Bowl, where they say it belongs. Standing in their way is crosstown rivals Woodland Lanes. Always strong, always competitive, Woodland feels it's their time to take the trophy. It's the Battle of Livonia, East versus West. Let's get ready to rumble. There you have it. This year we're honored to have our Merri Bowl Youth Director, Mary Connor, and MD USBC Association Manager in Training, Phil Goodman, joining me to bring you all the action. Teams are all set, the lanes are dressed, and the crowd is ready to cheer on their teams, so stick around. We'll be right back with the start of this year's first round action next on Bowling Showcase.
I'm Gene Zamler of 1-800-LAWYERS. If you've been injured in an automobile accident, call 1-800-LAWYERS. We have been handling cases for over 50 years and have recovered billions of dollars for our clients. Call 1-800-LAWYERS.
The Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth bowlers in Michigan. Tournaments include Open, Women's, and Youth Championships. Also, Junior Masters, Queens, Masters, and Senior Masters. Recognition includes first-time 300 games and 800 series for all members and 607 club memberships for women. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC. All right, so here we are, the Bowling Showcase Challenge Youth Edition, round 1, the last match. We've got your second team, or your other team.
My other team.
Merri Bowl against Woodland. And as you indicated to me earlier, that's kind of like a crosstown rivals.
It is. It's a little bit of a rivalry, so it's going to be fun to watch. These kids know each other well. A lot of them go to school together, so this is going to be a fun one to watch.
You bet it will. So here we go. Merri Bowl starting off. Kaylee Plazinski for Merri Bowl on lane 4 here at Merri Bowl. Thanks to Rich Glome for his support of Bowling Showcase over the years.
Kaylee's an 8th grader at Holmes Middle School.
Crosses over Brooklyn, leaves the 10-pin. So how long has Kaylee been bowling?
She's only been bowling with us for 3 years. And, you know, last year we were kind of in and out. So she works really hard. She's come a long way.
Excellent. Oh. Leading off for the Woodland team. Woodland's got a pretty strong team. We'll just have to see what happens here. Caitlin Johnson.
And Caitlin is a 9th grader this year at Clarenceville High School.
Comes up high and leaves the 6 pin. Like he kind of trapped on her a little bit. It's like she didn't throw it at as much speed as I saw her throwing the ball when she was in practice. So. Waits for her ball to come back. She'll go cross lane. She's got to change out the thumb slug, put it in her spare ball. She'll be going cross lane at this 6 pin. And she covers it easily. Second bowler for Marybold, Darvin Goldsmith. So tell me about Darvin.
So Darvin's been bowling with us since he was in bumpers. He's affectionately referred to as the Energizer Bunny around here. And he is a 5th grader.
And throws a nice strike there on lane 4. Very nice. Aiden Lundstedt for the Woodland Lanes team up on lane 5. Both these teams, and I should say both these centers, have won this youth challenge in the past. Oh, nice shot, Aiden.
And Aiden is an 8th grader at Garden City Middle School.
The Woodland's got an 11 pin lead going to the 3rd frame. Brandon Mitchell up. I think, as I recall, I think Brandon has bowled in the challenge in the past.
I don't think, he may have. This is his last year bowling. He's one of our oldest.
Leaves a 4 pin, so he'll age out after this
He
year.
is.
He may have bowled with a different team.
Possibly. We refer to him as our old man.
Well, maybe he'll join your coaching staff when he...
We would take him in a minute.
Absolutely. And he covers that 4 pin easily. The Woodland working on a strike. Keith McLeod up for the Woodland team.
He's a senior this year at Franklin High School.
He also comes a little high like Caitlin did back in the 1st frame. Leaves a 3-6-10 split.
He is part of the all-conference team for MHSA his junior year.
It looks like he's got a high average of 215. And so this going across lane for the 316 should, 3-6-10 spare should be kind of thing he does. And he does. He picks it up. Maybe not the recommended way, but it surely worked. Jaden Davis now for the Marybold team up on lane 4. 4th bowler. Time for Marybold to kind of throw a strike, kind of cut back into the lead. They're down by 11 pins.
Jaden's a 9th grader at Thurston High School.
Jaden also leaves a 4 pin. That's back-to-back 4 pins for the Marybold team.
Jaden's been bowling for 10 years, so let's see what he can do.
Absolutely. Ooh! He turned around. He thought he had missed it.
Yeah.
But it hung on. 48 through 3 for the Marybold team. Spare up in a 4th. And now we have Ian Wright up for the Woodland team. He has bowled in the challenge before on the Woodland team.
He is an 11th grader at Franklin High School.
That's here in Livonia, right?
It is.
4, 3, 8, 5, 7, 1. Last 3 or 5, 7, 1.
And a strike for Ian. Okay, we're now at the 5th frame of this match. Michael Cohen Jr. up for the Merri Bowl team. Would be nice to go to the break with a strike, Michael. Two-hander, and he gets it.
He's an 11th grader at Westfield Prep Academy, one of our older kids as well.
Jacob Johnson now up for Woodland. Jacob, on occasion, bowls in the men's series, the Metro Detroit USBC men's series. Solid 10 pin by Jake.
And he's a senior this year at Clarenceville High School.
So Jacob just cross lane. He's going to use his strike ball, change his hand position, and go across. He throws the ball pretty hard, so you got to take the hook out of it. And he does. So here we are at the halfway point. Got a nice solid match going. Woodland Lanes has got 80 through 4, spare up in the 5th. Merri Bowl's got 68 through 4 and a strike up in the 5th. You know, it'll be great. The teams are going to change lanes. You know, your Merri Bowl team's down a little bit, Merri, but I'm sure they'll work on it in the second half.
I'm sure they'll do their best and see what happens.
You bet. So we're going to stop for a little commercial. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Bowling Showcase.
(1-800-LAWYERS) is the number to call if you've been injured on the job. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. Don't wait. If you need workers' compensation benefits, call 1-800-LAWYERS. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. Call 1-800-LAWYERS now.
The hug pickup, the home run swing, the drum major high step, the genuine joy, the unforgettable party, the food, the friends, the original social network. No matter who you are, it's always a great time. Grab your family, find a friend, and go bowling.
So here we are at the halfway point of this last first round match between Merri Bowl and Woodland Lanes, across town rivals. So let's send it down to Phil Goodman, lane side. He's going to talk to the two coaches and see what their perspective is on the final half of the match.
All right, well, we're here with Coach Wright from Woodland Lanes, and they have a slight lead. So going into this lead, how are you keeping them focused? What strategies are you giving them? And just what are you doing to motivate them to keep this going?
You know, we're just letting them bowl and have fun. And, you know, they know their game as well as we do. And it's just, hey, go out and bowl and breathe, have fun. It's the first ball you're throwing under the lights that you're not used to that's nerve-wracking. Just like me talking to you.
Sounds good. Well, you sound well, and they're bowling extremely well. We know they're experienced bowling in tournaments, high school bowling, and they're pretty accomplished. So we're looking forward to seeing that second 5 frames from them.
Yes, we got a good team. They definitely know what they're doing out there. So.
All right. Well, let's take it with Coach Maker from Merri Bowl Lanes. Thank you very much, Coach Wright. Okay. Coach Maker, you are slightly down, but you're coming in with a strike. So you had that strong finish going into the 6th frame. What have you told your team to prepare them, to keep them motivated, to get them excited about the next 5?
Well, get them excited, but we also tell them to relax. We want them to have fun and have this experience in bowling and being taped, and they're doing a good job of it. You know, they listen good to their coaches, and I know they'll do well, and we'll overcome that little deficit.
Yeah, excellent strategy, being calm and excited at the same
Yes,
time.
sir.
Having that energy in them is truly incredible. And we're just looking forward to the next 5 frames. Good luck.
Yep.
Okay, let's take it back to Mark and Merri.
Thank you, Phil. You know, we're really looking forward to the second half of the last match in the first round. Woodland Lanes will be on the left-hand side on this final, and then Merri Bowl on the right. Teams will switch lanes. Leading off for the Woodland Lanes team on lane 4 is Caitlin Johnson.
Caitlin is a 2-time MJMA champion, so she's fun to watch.
Yeah, MJMA has been around for a long time. Dan Ottman, the late Dan Ottman, started that, I believe, in the late 80s, early 90s to give scratch competition to youth bowlers in the state of Michigan. Nice shot by Caitlin. Got a couple of changes here for the Merri Bowl team. Jasa Taylor is up first for the Merri Bowl team on lane 5.
And she's an 8th grader over at Pace Academy.
Kind of slides by a little bit. Leaves the 1-2-4-8. Relatively easy spare. She can move right on her feet, throw it over her strike target, and get right over there.
Jasa's been bowling with us for a while. She comes from a long line of coaches.
Very nice. And covers that easily. Now for the Woodland team on lane 4, Aiden Lundstedt. Back in the second frame, he threw a strike. He's the 4-7. He knew when he let it go, it was a little bit high. He was just hoping it wouldn't be a split, and it wasn't.
And he threw his first 200 game at 11, which is pretty amazing.
Absolutely. All these bowlers are really nice bowlers. Ooh! Way to go, Aiden. JJ Greenfield is up on lane 5. He's also a sub for Merri Bowl. Merri Bowl really concentrated on making sure to get all the kids an opportunity to bowl.
We did, and JJ is an 11th grader at Berkeley High School.
Threw a nice strike.
And they don't have a high school team, so he doesn't get the high school experience.
That's unfortunate. Maybe they will after he graduates.
I hope.
So Keith McLeod now up for the I'm sorry, that was Ian Kane. Nice strike by Ian.
We've got Brandon up again. Nice.
All right, that's a double for Merri Bowl. Right back in the match. They're only 2 pins down. Now Ian Wright is up in the foundation 9th frame for the Woodland team.
Ian placed 17th in junior gold, which is an amazing accomplishment for him.
Absolutely. He did throw a strike back in the 4th frame. One in the foundation 9th frame for the Woodland Lanes team. Jaden Davis now up for Merri Bowl. It's important that he throw a strike here to keep that 2-pin deficit and not let it grow. Came a little high and left the 3-pin. cover here, Merri will have a 13-pin deficit to try to overcome in the 10th frame.
Jaden's been bowling 10 years. Let's see what he can do.
And he covers it easily. So here's the setup. Merri Bowl has a max score of 207. Woodland has a max score of 230. Jacob Johnson now up for the Woodland Lanes team, trying to close out the match. He dangerously got close to that foul line, left the 2-8.
149, 149.
Looks like he kind of lost his footing there.
106. 178. Got a bingo with 178.
Jacob's got 4 300 games to his credit.
He's a pretty
And he was
accomplished bowler.
The 2020 Detroit Bowler of the Year.
And covers it. Well, max score Woodland for 208 and a max score for Merri Bowl 207. So we've got a really tight match.
Really tight. It's always fun to watch these two teams.
Strike by Jacob here would close out the match. Anything less than that gives Merri Bowl an opportunity to either tie or win the match. Oh, 207. So here's the setup.
198, 198.
Michael Cohen Jr., if he strikes out, will have a tie.
279.
And in a tie,
163.
each team selects one bowler. They throw one ball. Team on the left first.
249.
There's the first one.
As I said, always fun to watch these two teams.
All right, in the 11th frame here. Michael throws the ball. Oh, leaves a 4-5 split.
119.
He covers this. It'll be 197 for Merri Bowl. 207 for Woodland, already in the books.
111. 196. 145. 130. 211.
And he covers it easily. So here's the setup. Woodland 207, Merri Bowl 197. Was a great match, Merri.
It was amazing.
Your Merri Bowl team had an opportunity right up till the end.
They did. That's what happens, and that's why it's so much fun to watch these two groups.
Absolutely. So we'll be back right after these messages. We'll talk to the coach of the winning team, Coach Wright of the Woodland Lanes team on Bowling Showcase. Metro Detroit USBC, your source for everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world. We support USBC certified league and tournament competition. We provide 11 tournaments for all members of our association, including men, women, youth, seniors, scratch, and handicap competition. The top reasons for belonging to the Metro Detroit USBC are having your average recognized, bonding of league funds, rules of the game, assistance in resolving league issues, equipment standards of the game, charities, and awards. Visit us at mdusbc.com. The Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth bowlers in Michigan. Tournaments include Open, Women's, and Youth Championships. Also, Junior Masters, Queens, Masters, and Senior Masters. Recognition includes first-time 300 games and 800 series for all members and 607 club memberships for women. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State U. Okay, here we are back on Bowling Showcase Youth Challenge. The first round is over now. And in this match, in the third week of the challenge, the Woodland Lanes team survived. That's the way I'm going to say it, Coach Wright. So, Coach Wright, so tell me what happened. Jacob kind of left the door open in the 10th frame for a tie match.
Yeah, I didn't talk to him yet, but just look at he lost his footing or stuck up there just a bit. But it was a makeable spare, so he ran it down and almost had 10 in the pit on the second ball, but it was a very close game.
It was a very close game. When he threw that first ball in the 10th, he had that surprised look on his face like, did I foul?
Yes, I didn't hear anything go off, so I was like, okay, well, good.
I agree. So moving into next week, you're going to bowl the other Merri Bowl team. Is this another challenge of the neighborhood here?
You know, they've got good bowlers there. They've got good bowlers here, and we all know it. And it's going to be a good game, good challenge, and we just got to get out there and make our spares and make our strikes.
Well, congratulations, Coach, and we'll see you next week in the semifinals.
Thank you.
All right. So, as I indicated, next week, your other Merri Bowl team will be facing off against this champion, Woodland Lanes. Should be a great match.
It'll be a fun match, and we are a rival, but we also enjoy each other, and we want everyone to do their best. It'll be fun to watch.
Round 1 over, semifinals next week on Bowling Showcase Youth Challenge. Can't wait. We'll see you then.